Huge patch update today in Marvel Snap. We have a bunch of cards dropping from Series 5 to Series 4, a bunch of cards dropping from Series 4 to Series 3. We have nerfs, buffs, location changes, and a lot more to discuss with you in this video. And if you're ready for it, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go snap it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the Valley Snap channel. Hope you're having a great day. The camera is not on in this video, and that is because I actually was on vacation. Got a little lightheaded and fainted, fell right on my face. I'm gonna give it a little more, few days to recover before I turn the camera back on. But we did have a big patch drop in Marvel Snap and wanted to discuss all of the info for you. But before we get to all that, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Snap content, at least 5 Marvel Snap videos per week on this channel. But let's go take a look at the update notes that just dropped, the update notes for February 21st, 2023. And I guess the big thing here is these series drops that we got previewed up for last week. So going down from Series 5 to Series 4, we have Silver Surfer, Darkhawk, Null, and Sentry all dropping from Series 5 to Series 4 and going from Series 4 to Series 3, which means you can just get this in a normal collector reserve, just an easy drop rate here for these cards. Helicarrier, which is not a great card. Agent Coulson, which is a pretty good card. Maria Hill's not that great. And I guess with the big Series 5 cards, Silver Surfer is still awesome. Darkhawk did just get nerfed, but it's still a great card. Null is one of the best cards to go in conjunction with Galactus, and Sentry is an okay card. Back to these patch notes though. Other things that happened with this update is Series 4 and Series 5 now have this shared rotation protection into Token Shop, which means that every 40 boxes that you open, you should be getting at least one Series 4 card. That was how it was previously. Now it seems, at least if I'm interpreting this wording correctly, you're going to be able to get every 40 drops the same either Series 4 or Series 5. So hopefully that is how I'm reading it. It makes it easier to obtain some of these newer cards in there. They also added a confirmation dialogue when purchasing season pass levels. And I know this was something that was annoying a lot of players that were looking at the different rewards and would accidentally purchase more levels of the season pass. So this is a good thing. There's now a confirmation button. Tapping the gold credits or gold icon at the top screen will navigate to the shop. So I guess for some people that will be easier for certain things. All right, we also have some art and visual effects updates. And I guess one of the big things was this update to Onslaught. And I know some people, this was annoying with all the extra animations it was caused. So it should be some faster animations for Onslaught, especially in Bar Sinister. Visual effects of the location affected by claws ability. That is good, so you can see what happens there. Add a notification when you try and discard while your hand is empty. And yeah, I would like to see that, because I know sometimes when I do that to my opponents and I get rid of all their cards, it doesn't notify that I'm discarded. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen when you do that to your own, or if you do that to your opponents as well. Animation for the Rickety Bridge location. I would wish they would just get rid of the Rickety Bridge. And Mysterious Illusions will now use your Mysterious variant, which is great. I know people were purchasing these variants and not really getting a lot of, or seeing the default Mysterious animation. And this is good now, so you could get more rewards for your purchase. And I think it's the big thing here. We got some card updates in this patch. So let's go take a look at them. And Darkhawk was the first card to get hit with this nerf. Darkhawk went from a 4-1 to a 4-0. So not a huge nerf, but what the devs say, Darkhawk is an especially powerful card. As we prepared this balance change before Silver Surfer and Zabunovs went live, we didn't want to hit him too hard. However, we definitely felt that knocking out at least one power from him is warranted. We'll continue to monitor his performance. So for some games, this won't make a big difference. For some, that one power will make a huge difference. So we'll see how this all plays out. Thanos is another card that was hit by a balance update, but instead of getting nerfed, he actually got a little bit of a buff. Going from a 6'8", he is now a 6'11" in the game. And what the devs say, we think Thanos is one of the coolest cards, and we're a bit sad that he himself isn't played often. And I have noticed that. I just got this Thanos deck last week, and I was noticing Thanos himself isn't as powerful as the interaction with his stones. And they say most Thanos decks focus primarily on making good use of his stones, but we wanted to make sure the Mad Titan himself has enough power to play. So if we look at what this did, the Power Stone, when you play all of the stones, the Power Stone is there. You're going to go from adding 10 power. So basically going from a 6'18", if you have all the stones and the Power Stone there, to a 621 with Thanos there. So pretty much, so even stronger than Infinite. And I think that 11 was a direct counter to Infinite, making him a little bit more power than Infinite if he has all the stones on his, all the stones were revealed in that game. All right, next card that got a little bit of buff was Sandman. And Sandman, I'm not sure if this was a buff or a nerf. He got a little bit more power. He used to be a 4-1, so his power did go up from 1 to 5. But he also cost a little bit more. He used to cost 4, now he costs 5. And what the devs say about this, many of the strongest decks right now have strategies centered around playing multiple cards on turn 6. Sandman should still be a good answer to these decks, but he didn't quite have the sand to stand up to them with his previous stat line. We're giving him a bit more power to make him a little more competitive, also by subsequently bumping up his cost. So a little bit of a nerf to his cost, so he costs a little bit more, but a buff to his power there. So we'll see how this plays out. I know there's a lot of Sandman decks that I enjoy using. Not sure how much this is going to affect it. I did like getting him out on turn 4, but I guess you could still get him out on turn 4 in an Electro deck or with a card like Psylocke there. Other card that got updated, and this is more of a just to help them improve, are these cards were weak at the moment. We're giving a small buff to help them perform better. Spider-Woman went from a 5-7. She is now a 5-8. Namor also went up a little bit. He was a 5 or 4-5. Which could make him a 4-10, but now he is a 4-6, which pretty much could make him a 4-11 if that is the only card there. And Dagger got a little bit more powerful as well, went from a 2-1 to a 2-2, just making her a little more powerful. Let me know which is your favorite of these buffs. Other cards that got a visual buff or a text buff was Yondu, and what Yondu said in the deck previously is instead of destroying the top card in your deck, it said remove the top card in your deck. And some players were confused by this because this would still count towards death's animation or death's count. Now it says destroy the top card of your deck, so it accurately reflects what is happening with death. The dev's comment is Yondu's text now accurately describes his effect. Please remember, most triggered and ongoing effects are not active while a card is still in your deck. So the word destroy, Yondu can remove Colossus and Wolverine with impunity. I know there was a thread on that this morning, but the description of Yondu, and it is done. It's solved already. So now we have an accurate description, and we have text-only updates for a bunch of cards here. This doesn't change the way the cards are, just to make it a little more easy to know what is going on. And what it says is, as an ongoing effort to improve card and location text, we've adjusted everything that currently says when you play a card to say, after you play a card instead. We hope this makes it clear that these abilities trigger once a card has been fully played, including its on-reveal effects. None of these are functional changes, and text changes went live to Angela, Bishop, Iron Fist, Lockjaw, and Titania, but again, none of these are functional changes, just making the text a little bit more descriptive. Now, we also got some location updates. First was to Sakaar, and what it says now, after this turn, put a card from each player's hand here. And I know the previous Sakaar location has caused me some not good interactions, like playing an on-reveal card when there's no cards, like a Silver Surfer when he's the only card there. This location would have some bad interactions, and they mentioned interaction with Storm and Wave here. And what they say is Sakaar had a lot of weird interactions with cards like Storm and Wave, and as a consequence of revealing cards mid-turn, while we're sad to lose this exciting moment of Sakaar revealing, we wanted to avoid these confusing interactions going forward. We think the design will also open up some interaction points in early game. And as a note, Sakaar in the introductory missions will still have the old effect. So I think this is better. You're still going to get that randomness, and it still may pull a bad card like a Silver Surfer, a card that you don't want to play on that turn. But I guess this is better than it was, and you can still kind of control it slightly. All right, some text updates as well to certain locations. As noted in card updates, the following locations have been revived to use after instead of when for triggers when playing a card. None of these are functional changes, so all of these locations are just textual changes, and that affects Altar of Death, Bar Sinister, Cloning Vats, Danger Room, Death's Domain, Lesha Guila, the one with all the rocks, Luke's Bar, Machine World, Orch's Forge, Quantum Tunnel, Shuri's Lab, Sinister London, Vibranium Mines, and Vormir. And one big thing, this is not just a textual change, adjusted the cost of Clinter's Symbiote from 1 to 4, which means that Killmonger or even electric cannot destroy the symbiote on Clintar. You're gonna have to deal with it with like a Shang-Chi or something from now on. So that is good. I was always worried about putting cards in Clintar and just letting it get destroyed by Killmonger. For me, this is gonna make me not as fearful to put cards there and just make it get killed by Killmonger. It could still be Shang-Chi, but it won't be Killmonger there. And that is it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. Apologies that the camera, I don't have it on today, but hopefully my face will heal up and the camera will be on very soon this week. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Check me out on social media. I will see you guys next time. Hug fist, but before you go, have a great rest of your day. ValleyFlyin out.